So we want everybody to know that we know that sexual violence happens to everybody. Whatever your sexuality, whatever your gender identity, whatever your cultural and racial background, whatever your level of being disabled in society is, we know that sexual violence touches everybody, and so we are very, very clear about wanting to make our service available to everybody and properly inclusive. One of the things that it's important for people to know if they're considering making contact with us is whether this is the right place for them. And some people might find it harder to come forwards and ask for support than others. And so we need to be very clear that, for example, if you're a sex worker, you might worry that this is not the place for you. And it's very important you know that without any judgment at all, we know that sexual violence is a crime, wherever it happens, whoever it happens to, and we don't have any judgments about sex work, and we would encourage you to come forward and seek support. You might be a woman who's black or from a minority ethnic community and wonder whether this organisation is for you, and I want to give people encouragement to come forward and reassurance of saying that we really, really care about being inclusive, we really care about being culturally sensitive, we really care about listening to you about your experiences and your background and your needs, and we'll do everything we can to make sure that if you come forwards that you get a really, really good individual service which takes account of cultural needs and takes account of the fact that racism has probably been a part of your life this far. Most of the people who use the service are women and define as women, but we also have a service that is open to men as well. All of our services are, and we're very open to people who define their gender in different ways. Maybe you're trans or non-binary, or however you might define. We want to encourage you to come forward and seek support, knowing that we will be sensitive, and knowing that we will listen to you and on what it is that you specifically need from us as a service. If you are an older woman, we want you to know that we know it can be more difficult for older women to come forward and seek support for a whole load of reasons about how society views older women, and older women in terms of being victims of crime, and older women in terms of sexuality and their needs. I want you to be assured that we've done lots of thinking about that. If you're a disabled woman, it's really important for you to know that whilst we have 3 offices, and we will always make sure that you come to an accessible venue for one-to-one support if that's what you want. We also want you to know that we will have a very limited amount of online counselling available very shortly for people who genuinely find it difficult to get out of the house, and that will be something we can discuss with you when you get in contact. And again, I support you if you've got any questions at all that I haven't answered in this little bit, to when you phone up or make contact with us to ask for what it is that you need.